27 days remain before the state Supreme Court says it will block funding for all Kansas schools. And lawmakers have left Topeka, and some school districts are now planning for the worst.
Yeah, all new at 5:40 when Action News reporter Ariel Rothfield shows us this has actually happened before.
We came here for a history lesson. The state of Kansas has faced a series of lawsuits over school funding since the 1970s, and this time around, parents and teachers are more concerned. Mark DeSetti has seen it all. He's seen Kansas cut funding for K-12 education and seen lawmakers increase the education budget too. But this year, the longtime educator says things are different.
We're in seriously dangerous high water here.
Since 1972, Kansas has faced a series of lawsuits over school funding, and the state Supreme Court has threatened more than once to shut schools down.
This case is not about winners and losers.
Just 10 years ago, during the Montoy lawsuit, the court ruled schools were underfunded and gave lawmakers a spring deadline to fix the situation.
The legislature was frustrated and expressed their frustration, but ultimately stepped up to the plate.
Then Governor Kathleen Sebelius called for a special session, and lawmakers injected $147 million more into K-12 funding. But when lawmakers changed the per pupil funding system to block grants, districts sued again, leading to the situation today.
What's unusual now is that the legislature, or a majority in the legislature, seem to be saying, we just don't care what the court says.
To keep schools from closing, some lawmakers say they need to inject about $48 million more into education. But others say Kansas currently can't afford it.
We should have the money. And what we have is a self-inflicted recession.
Today, I learned the Kansas Department of Education is looking into whether school districts can use federal funds or dip into their reserves. Still, no word on if Brownback plans on calling a special session. In Topeka, Ariel Rothfield, 41 Action News.